From the time that I was 13 until I was 27, I was in a relationship pretty consistently. Some of them were abusive, some of them were very toxic. I was about 25 when I met my last serious boyfriend. He had a lot of things that he taught me. Like, I would lash out and yell at him, and he would just kind of be like, that's not how you speak to somebody that you care about, which was really great. But what that taught me was, he's saving me. Ultimately, I had kind of made that relationship an idol in my life. Then about a year and a half into the relationship, he broke up with me, and I was utterly devastated. I kind of plummeted into a not great place in my life. I went through at least a year of really bad depression. Maybe somewhere around 2 years afterwards, I had really just reconnected with God, but I still had this underlying anger with God that I had been through all this bad stuff, but then I finally found a good relationship, but then he took it away from me. This woman came up to me at church, and she just said, I got this word from God that whole time that you were depressed and you were really sad and you were just questioning, God, why did you put me through this? He was carrying you through that. And he wants you to know, you have to put him in your heart. You can't place these other idols in your heart. That was probably the moment where I was like, all right, God, let's do this. I'm gonna take a break from dating, and I want what you want for me. I don't want to want these idols. I don't want to want a relationship because I think it's gonna make me happy. I want a relationship from something that you have birthed, not something that I'm trying to force. When I'm actively choosing not to date, it's because I want to actively choose what God would have for me instead of myself. I have definitely struggled with loneliness at times. There have been times where it would have been easier to date people that God would not have aligned me with. That's not actually what's going to bring me joy in life. Where I stand now is I'm not looking for a person or a thing to create happiness in my life, but rather going to God for content and love, and as my caretaker. When I begin to think that I can do it all on my own, then I've stepped out of the path of looking to him. And I think that's really important as well, because we start to believe, especially when it comes to relationships, that people can be the provider or our significant others can be the provider, but that's not their job. It's been very fulfilling, but also just enlightening for me to spend a lot of quality time with my friends that are married, that have healthy Christian relationships, because then I can reform what it looks like to see healthy marriages, and I can therefore hopefully be more equipped because I am not looking at other relationships and trying to be them. I want to learn from them, but I don't want to be them. I have not missed out on the really beautiful things that God's been able to show me, because I wasn't busy trying to make a relationship work. Another one of my favorite chapters in the Bible is Daniel 3, when Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego are in the fire, but they say, even if he doesn't come, they aren't going to kneel to other gods. But that even if has really stuck with me. And I think it's really important because as we're talking about being single and the things that we want, the desires of our heart, God wants to give us the desires of our heart. But God also knows better than we do. He knows what's best for us. Maybe we want something, but he knows it's not good for us. And that is what I want. I want more than anything else to be an even if God doesn't give me the desires of my heart. Can I still put him first in my heart? Can I still choose his path? I'm super thankful for where I am. I'm super thankful for everything he's given me. And if I had stuck to that serial dating lifestyle and I had decided to keep rolling from one relationship to the next, I never would have healed. I never would have became a solid person on my own. I never would have had a strong relationship with God because I would have placed a human above him in my heart.